beautiful September afternoon. We are here today, if you haven't quite figured it out yet, to honor a man named Ken Shepard. Ken Shepard was the general manager of this team. He was a good man. He was an excellent baseball man. He has a beautiful family and a lot of friends who love him, professional colleagues who respect and admire him, and it's only fitting that today we set aside time before this game to acknowledge the man Ken Shepard. That is why we're here. I want to welcome everyone. I want to just point out that we have a lot of wonderful guests here this morning, standing to my left and my right, including the Atlantic League Executive Director, Joe Klein, and the President of the Long Island Ducks, Michael Pfaff. I want to just take a quick moment to introduce you to the personal side of Ken Shepard. I want to tell you a little bit about this man so that when you leave here, you are different than when you arrived. Because you got a look, a view, a vision of an extraordinary man. Ken Shepard was a man of incredible faith. He was diagnosed with kidney cancer over 2 years ago. And I've had the privilege and the honor to walk alongside him with many others, especially those who are in the blue shirts here in the front, and see his testimony lived out. One might wonder, how can a man who is dying of kidney cancer, every day his body eroding further and further, every day, every hour, bringing him closer to his last, walk around, engage others with joy, kindness, and love in each interaction? You may not know that about Ken, but I can tell you, as sure as I stand here at the base of home plate, that Ken Shepard engaged each and every individual that he encountered with an extraordinary amount of love and kindness. And so your question is a valid one. How does somebody who knows he is going to not live very much longer, not be filled with anger, not be filled with sorrow, with self-pity, with anything other than frustration at his circumstance in which he cannot change? And so I want to tell you, as his team chaplain, that the reason he was so alive, even as he was dying, was because he knew his God. He knew that he had a firm foundation upon a rock that was unmovable, regardless of his circumstances, regardless of the winds that swirled, regardless of the earth shifting, regardless of the rising waters, no matter how entrenched he became in his kidney cancer becoming more and more over him, he was unshaken, because he knew in the end who his God was. And he knew in the end his eternal hope and future. And so I wanted to let you know that. I think you should know that there is a possibility of living life beyond the ordinary regardless of your circumstances. And if you feel in your life that there are moments that are slowly chipping away at you, that you feel that there are encounters in your life that are robbing you of joy, that there are fears that you cannot tackle on your own, there's an answer. There's a solution. And I wanted to tell you that there's a group of men and women over by that tent who will pray for you and with you and talk to you about that. They deeply care. And they want to share with you the joy of knowing a living God. Ken Shepard made it very clear to me that he wanted to share that, maybe to share that with you. I want to turn the mic over to some others who have a lot of really incredible things to present in testimony to who this man was. First, I want to introduce Bridgeport Mayor Bill Finch.